everyone. Welcome to LinguaWave English. I am Erin.
And I am Evan. We are really so happy that you chose to spend this time with us today.
Yes, we are very happy you are here. Whether you are walking or cooking dinner or just taking a short break from your day,
Right.
this is the right place for you. We want this to be your cozy space, a comfortable space.
Exactly. You can think of this deep dive as a quiet corner of the internet where we can just slow down.
Slowing down is so important.
It really is. This is a space for easy English and for real-life conversations. You do not need to stress about grammar books or tests right now.
Definitely no tests here. Just listen.
Yeah, just listen.
If you are new here, welcome to the family. Let us introduce ourselves so you know exactly who is speaking to you.
That is a good idea.
I am Erin. I am currently a college student. I am in my final year of university.
And I am Evan. My background is a little different, actually. I worked full-time in an office.
A completely different world.
Yeah, very different. I've been in the corporate world for a few years now.
So today's deep dive is special. We are calling it the sandwich.
The sandwich. That sounds delicious. But I do not think we are talking about food today, are we?
Not exactly food, no. Though I am a little hungry.
Me too, actually.
Oh, no, we are talking about the sandwich of life experiences. On one side of the sandwich, you have my perspective.
Right.
The student life. Exams, long lectures, sitting in libraries.
And on the other side, you have my perspective. The office life. Meetings, emails, strict deadlines.
So today, you get the best of both worlds. We are going to look at a single day.
From the moment you wake up.
Yes, to the moment you go to sleep. And we will see how English fits into both of these daily routines.
Before we start the story, let's quickly talk about the level of English we're using today.
Good point.
Today's deep dive is in B1 English.
That means the style is clear and simple. We are speaking slowly.
Yes, we are enunciating our words. That means speaking clearly so you can hear every sound.
We want to reassure you.
To reassure means to make you feel comfortable and less worried about something.
Exactly. You do not need to understand every single word we say today.
No, you really do not.
If you miss a word, do not stop. Do not panic. Just keep listening.
The goal today is simply to relax, listen to our voices, and follow the story. Context is everything.
Context really is everything, and if there are difficult words, do not worry at all.
We will break down or explain the specific useful vocabulary at the very end.
So let's begin our day.
Sounds good.
Ideally, the day begins with the sun shining and birds singing.
Ideally, yes.
But I want to ask you a question. Be honest with me.
Okay, total honesty. Go ahead.
How was your day at the office today? Was it peaceful and quiet? Or was it a little crazy?
Oh, wow. It was definitely not peaceful. It was a little crazy.
Really? Why? Tell me about your morning.
Well, my morning was very intense. You know that feeling when you wake up and you immediately think about everything you have to do?
Oh, I know that feeling very well. It is heavy.
Very heavy. So I arrived at my desk and I opened my computer. My email inbox was already completely full. This was before I even had my first cup of coffee.
Oh, no. That sounds very stressful. An inbox full of emails before coffee is not a good start to the day.
No, it is not. It sets a frantic tone.
Frantic. That is a good word.
Yes. Frantic means rushing around in a panic. I felt like I was already behind schedule at 9 in the morning.
That is the worst feeling.
What about you? How was your day at college? Was it any better?
My day was similar to yours, actually. It was also very intense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a meeting for a group project early in the morning. Then I had a very long lecture.
A lecture is a class where the professor talks for a long time.
Yes, exactly. You just sit in a big room and listen, and you take notes.
Sounds tiring.
It is. And after the long lecture, I had a surprise quiz.
A surprise quiz. That is difficult.
Yes. I did not know we would have a quiz at all. The teacher just said, okay, everyone, close your books.
Oh, wow.
My heart just stopped.
You know, I think a surprise quiz in college is very similar to my work life.
How so?
A surprise quiz is like receiving an urgent email from your boss.
Oh, that is a really good connection.
It is the exact same psychological reaction. You are not ready for it,
Right.
but you have to do it immediately. Your brain just goes into emergency mode.
Emergency mode. Exactly. It creates the same feeling of sudden stress.
It really does.
It is interesting how school prepares you for work in that specific way.
That is very true. We want to hear from you, the listeners, right now. We are curious about your lives.
Yes, we are. Are you currently working?
Or are you studying?
Or maybe you're doing both.
Please let us know in the comments. We love reading your stories. It helps us know who is listening to this deep dive.
And if you enjoy these conversations and you want to practice your English with us, please hit that subscribe button.
It really helps our channel to grow and reach more learners like you.
Okay, let's continue with our daily routine. We talked about the morning stress.
The waking up part.
Right. But how do we actually get there? Let's talk about the commute.
The commute, that is a huge topic.
It is. For our listeners, what does commute mean?
A commute is your trip to work or to school. It is the travel time.
The time between your home life and your professional life.
Exactly. So, how do you usually get to the office?
Wait, I ask you first. How do you get to the office?
Oh, right. I usually take the metro, the subway.
Is it a long trip for you?
It takes about 35 minutes. It is a whole process.
Walk me through it.
First, I have a short walk from my house to the train station. Then, I take 2 different metro lines.
2 lines.
Yeah, I have to change trains right in the middle of the city. And finally, I have another walk to the actual office building.
That sounds like a lot of steps just to start working. How is the atmosphere on the metro? Is it quiet? Can you relax?
Oh, no. It is definitely not quiet at all. I travel during rush hour.
Rush hour. That is a very important phrase for everyday life.
Yes, it is. Rush hour is the busiest time of day.
When everyone is traveling.
Exactly. It is usually from 7:30 to 9 in the morning and maybe 5 to 6:30 in the evening.
And how does that feel?
For me, it feels like survival mode.
Survival mode. That sounds so serious.
It feels serious. It is incredibly crowded. There are so many people on the train.
Standing very close together.
Yes. There is no space to breathe. You are just trying to stand up straight and not fall over when the train stops.
I completely understand that feeling. I feel that exact way too.
But you take the bus, right?
Yes, I take the bus to college, but my commute is just as crowded as your metro trip.
Really? I always imagined the bus being slightly calmer than the subway.
Not the university bus. No way. The bus is full of students and hospital workers.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes there are no seats left at all. I have to stand the entire time.
Standing on a moving bus is difficult. It requires a lot of balance.
It is very difficult, and usually I am wearing a very heavy backpack with my laptop and all my textbooks.
That sounds uncomfortable.
It is. So I'm standing, holding the metal rail, holding my heavy bag, completely surrounded by people. It is basically a workout.
That does not sound fun at all. Do you try to do anything during that time? Like, do you study?
I try to be productive.
Productive.
Yes, productive means doing something useful, getting things done. I try to listen to audio programs like this one, or I try to review my notes for class.
That is good. That is using your time wisely.
But to be totally honest, it does not always work.
No.
No. Sometimes I am productive, but other times I just exist.
You just exist.
Yeah.
I like that phrase.
Yes, I just stand there and look out the dirty window. I am too tired to study. My brain is just not ready for information yet.
I am exactly the same way. I actually have a theory about this whole thing.
That theory. Let's hear it.
I call it the difference between superhero mornings and surviving mornings.
I love that. What is a superhero morning?
On a superhero morning, I feel highly energetic. I read a difficult book on the train. I answer 5 emails on my phone.
Wow.
I learn 10 new vocabulary words. I feel great. I feel like I'm winning the day.
Okay. And a surviving morning.
On a surviving morning, I just stand there. I listen to soft music. I wait for the trip to end. I am just trying to get to the office without losing my mind.
I think so many of our listeners can relate to that. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be productive all the time.
We really do.
But sometimes it is okay to just survive the commute. Just getting there is enough.
I agree completely. The commute can be what people call a third space.
A third space? What is a third space?
Well, home is your first space. That is where you live.
Yeah.
Work or school is your second space.
Okay, makes sense.
The commute is the third space. It is a time where nobody can ask you for anything. You're just in between places.
That is a really nice way to think about it. It makes sitting in traffic feel a little less terrible.
Exactly. So, listeners, we have a quick challenge for you. We want you to practice speaking English right now.
Yes. Think about your own commute. How do you get to work or school?
We will give you a simple sentence structure to use. You can say, in the morning, I go to work by. And then you choose your method.
Bus, train, car, or foot.
Let's try it together first.
You go first.
In the morning, I go to work by metro.
Perfect. Or for me, I would say, in the morning, I go to college by bus.
Now, it is your turn, listeners. Say it out loud, right wherever you are. In the morning, I go to work by.
Good job. Even if you just whispered it quietly, that counts as practice.
Okay, so we have finished the commute. We survived the rush hour.
We have finally arrived.
I'm at the office building, and you are at college.
Yes, I have arrived. I walk into the large classroom. This is a very critical moment.
Why is it critical? What is your strategy in the classroom? Where do you choose to sit?
I have a very specific strategy. I call it the focus zone. I always try to sit near the front of the room.
Really? Why at the front? Isn't that where the teacher stares directly at you?
Yes, but that is exactly the point. I need to focus. If I sit at the back of the room, I get distracted easily.
Distracted. That means you cannot focus, right? Something
Yeah.
else takes your attention away.
Yes. If I sit at the back, my mind starts wandering. I stop listening to the teacher's voice.
What do you think about instead?
I start thinking about lunch. Or I start secretly checking my phone under the desk.
Mm.
Or I just look at the backs of the heads of the people in front of me.
I totally relate to that. I have the exact same problem at the office. But the physical environment is different.
Right, you do not have a classroom. You have an office. Do you have your own room?
No, I wish I did. I work in an open plan office.
Open plan. That means there are no walls between the desks.
Exactly. Everyone sits together in one giant room.
That sounds extremely loud.
It is loud.
Ah.
And the distractions are constant all day long. I am sitting at my computer trying to do deep work.
And what happens?
Then my phone lights up. I get a text message. Then I get a notification on my computer screen. Then a colleague just walks past my desk and says hello loudly.
It is very hard to ignore all those small notifications. They pull your attention away.
It is a fight. I have to actively fight the distractions. Sometimes I have to physically put my phone in my desk drawer just to finish a single report.
That is smart. Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. If I cannot see it, I do not think about it. But there is another thing that happens when I arrive at work.
What is that?
It is the physical reaction to new work.
Oh, I definitely know this feeling.
Tell me about the student version of this feeling first.
Okay, so the teacher stands up at the front and starts making announcements.
Right.
She talks about new assignments. She talks about upcoming exams. She says something like, the midterm paper is due next week.
And how do you feel when you hear that?
My brain just says no.
Just no?
Yes. I hear new assignment and my brain instantly wants to run away. It feels like a physical weight dropping right on my shoulders.
I have the office version of this. It happens when my manager walks over to my desk.
Oh.
He says, do you have a minute? I have a new project for you.
Oh, no. A minute is the scariest sentence in the English language.
It really is. Even if I genuinely like my job, my initial reaction is pure stress.
Do you feel it in your actual body?
Yes, I do. I get a tight stomach. My stomach muscles just get tense.
Me too. It
Yeah.
is that nervous energy, like when you have to stand up and give a presentation to a large group of strangers.
Exactly. It is presentation anxiety, but just for a regular daily task.
I think it is important to tell our listeners something right now,
What is that?
that this feeling is completely normal.
Yes, it's very normal. If you feel nervous about a new project at work or a new exam at school, it is okay. We all feel that way.
It creates a chemical reaction in your body. It is adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Yes, it is your body getting ready to work hard. It does not mean you are weak. It actually means you care about doing a good job.
That is a really great perspective. It's just part of the daily routine. But now let's move to a much happier part of the daily routine.
I think I know exactly what you are going to say.
Section 4, the lunch break.
Yes, absolutely my favorite part of the day.
Lunch is fascinating because it is not just about eating food. It is about psychology.
Very true.
Where do you usually eat lunch during a college day?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I eat in the student cafeteria.
Who do you usually eat with there?
I usually eat with my friends from class. It is loud and busy. But sometimes, if I really want to save money, I bring a lunchbox from home.
That is smart. Eating out every single day is very expensive.
It is incredibly expensive. What about you? Where do you eat at the office?
We actually have a cafeteria inside our office building.
Oh, nice. Is the food good?
The food is, well, it is just okay. It is definitely not amazing. It is just fuel to keep me going.
Right.
But I also bring my own lunch sometimes. I bring leftovers from dinner the night before.
We call that the Tupperware lunch.
Yes, this plastic container lunch.
Yeah.
But for me, the actual food is not the most important thing about the lunch break.
What is the most important thing then?
The social reset.
The social reset. Can you explain that? What exactly is a social reset?
Well, think about it. All morning long, I have been working. I have been professional. I have been very serious.
Right.
I have been using my work brain for hours.
And lunch breaks that serious pattern.
Yes, exactly. Lunch is a necessary time to reset my brain. I sit down and I talk to my colleagues.
Colleagues are the people you work with.
Yes, and here is the golden rule for our lunch table. We do not talk about work.
That is a very good rule. So what do you talk about instead?
We talk about movies we saw. We talk about our plans for the weekend. We talk about life in general. We joke around and laugh.
That sounds really nice.
It is. That simple human connection makes the rest of the day feel so much lighter. It helps me relax my shoulders. If I eat lunch alone at my desk while staring at my computer, I feel sad.
Oh, the sad desk lunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do not do the sad desk lunch. Go find another human being to talk to.
I agree completely. Having lunch with friends makes the whole day better. It gives you emotional energy for the afternoon.
Let's do another quick language practice right here.
Good idea. Listeners, we want you to think about your own lunch habits.
Do you usually eat alone? Do you eat with other people? Do you go out to a restaurant?
Here is the sentence structure for you to practice. At lunch, I usually eat with, and then you add the person.
For example, you could say, at lunch, I usually eat with colleagues.
Or you could say, at lunch, I usually eat with friends.
Or maybe you say, at lunch, I usually eat alone. That is totally okay too. Maybe you really need quiet time.
Now you try it. Say the sentence out loud.
Great. Okay, so lunch is officially over. We have had our food and our social reset. Now comes the hard part of the day.
Section 5, the afternoon slump.
The slump.
Yeah.
That is a really great vocabulary word. It means when your energy goes down, it drops heavily.
Yes. I finish my lunch, and about 1 hour later, I feel very, very sleepy.
The post-lunch sleepiness, it is actually biological. Your body temperature drops a little bit in the mid-afternoon. Your body naturally wants to take a nap.
But I cannot take a nap. My calendar is completely full.
What do you have to do in the afternoon?
I have more meetings for group projects. Or I have long sessions in the library where I have to read difficult books.
So you feel sleepy, but you have a huge amount of work to do. That is a very bad combination.
It is. And sometimes when I look at my calendar and see all those tasks, I feel overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed is a very important word for our listeners. Can you define it clearly for us?
Sure, it means I feel like there's just too much to do. I cannot handle it all at once.
Right.
It feels physically too heavy. Imagine trying to carry 10 heavy boxes in your arms at the exact same time. You will drop them. That is the feeling of being overwhelmed.
I think everyone feels overwhelmed sometimes, especially in the afternoon when your physical energy is very low.
Do you have any advice for that? You have been working in an office for a while. How do you cope with that heavy feeling?
I do have a strategy. It is a simple productivity technique. When I feel overwhelmed, I try to break my large tasks into much smaller steps.
Smaller steps, like baby steps.
Yes, exactly like baby steps. If I look at the big project as one piece, it is too scary. My brain freezes up.
I know that feeling.
So I say to myself, do not look at the whole project. Just finish one single email.
Just one.
Yes. And after I send that one email, I say, okay, just finish one short report. Or just finish one slide for the big presentation.
I like that a lot. You focus your brain on just one small thing at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is actually a famous technique for this called the Pomodoro technique. Have you heard of it?
I think so. It involves using a timer, right?
Yes, it does. You set a timer for exactly 25 minutes. You focus and work for 25 minutes only. And then you take a strict 5-minute break.
That sounds very manageable.
It is. Anyone can force themselves to focus for just 25 minutes. It helps you get started when you feel frozen. My key philosophy for work is progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection. I really like that phrase.
It means you do not have to be absolutely perfect. You just have to move forward. Every little step counts towards the goal.
That is really excellent advice. I am going to try to use that in the library tomorrow.
You should.
Instead of saying I have to write my whole 10-page essay today, I will say I will just write for 25 minutes.
Please do try it. It really helps. It basically tricks your brain into working without the stress.
So we work through the slow afternoon, we fight the sleepy slump, we take our small steps, and finally, we reach the end of the day.
Section 6. Ending the day. The shutdown ritual.
The shutdown ritual. For me, this is the magical moment when I finally close my laptop computer.
It is a truly good feeling. I think the best sound in the world is the plastic click of the laptop closing.
I have finished all my meetings. I have met my daily deadlines.
A deadline is the specific time when you must finish something.
Yes. And once that deadline is passed and the work is submitted, I turn off the computer completely. I pack my backpack.
How do you feel at that exact moment when you walk out of the heavy university doors and into the fresh air?
It is a complex mix of feelings. I usually feel completely exhausted.
Exhausted means very, very tired.
Yes. Not just a little sleepy. It means my internal battery is totally empty. But I also feel proud.
Proud. That is interesting.
Yes, I am proud that I finished the difficult day. I survived the crowded bus, the long classes, the surprise quiz, the quiet library. I did it.
That is a really great attitude to have. It is important to celebrate that you finished the day, even if it was hard.
What about you? How do you feel after leaving work?
It varies a lot. It changes from day to day for me.
Are you sometimes proud too?
Yes. Sometimes I am very proud of finishing my complex tasks. I walk to the train feeling like a champion. But honestly, sometimes I am just frustrated.
Frustrated? Why frustrated?
Well, maybe I did not finish everything I wanted to do. Maybe the day was just too difficult. Maybe I had a bad meeting with a difficult client.
That definitely happens. We are humans. We are not robots.
Exactly. But I have to accept it. I have to acknowledge that frustration is just part of the process. It is normal to have bad days, but I cannot carry that frustration home with me.
You have to leave it at the office.
I try very hard to. I try to leave the stress sitting at my desk so I can go home and actually relax.
You are right. Not every day is a perfect productive day. Tomorrow is always a new start.
Exactly. So, listeners, we want you to reflect on your own feelings for a moment.
How do you feel after a long, hard day?
Here is your sentence structure to practice. After work, I usually feel. And then you add an emotion.
For example, you could say, after work, I usually feel tired.
Or you could say, after work, I usually feel happy.
Or, after work, I usually feel stressed.
Try to say your sentence now. Be honest about your real feelings.
Very good.
We have walked through the entire day together, from the frantic morning coffee to the evening shutdown ritual.
We used a lot of English words today. We covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yes, we did. So let's move to section 7, the vocabulary review.
This is where we break down the key words we used in our story. We want to make sure you understand them deeply so you can use them.
Let's start with the first group of words.
The first word was commute.
Commute. This is defined as the regular trip you make to work or school.
But remember, it can be a noun or a verb. You can say, my commute is long. That is the noun. Or you can say, I commute by train. That is the verb.
Good distinction. Next word is rush hour.
Rush hour. This is defined as the busiest time of day, usually in the early morning and early evening when most people are traveling.
Next word, colleagues.
Colleagues. These are the people you work with, your coworkers. It is a slightly professional word. You would not call your family members your colleagues.
No, you would not. And the last one in this first group is deadline.
Deadline. This is defined as the exact time when you must finish a task.
For example, you might say, the deadline for my project is 5 p.m. today. If you miss a deadline, it is usually a big problem at work.
Okay, let's look at the second group of words. These are more about feelings and places.
The first word in this group was distracted.
Distracted. This is defined as when you simply cannot focus your attention on one thing.
Like when you are looking at your phone instead of working. Or when someone is talking loudly nearby and you cannot think.
Exactly. The next word is overwhelmed. This is a very big one.
Overwhelmed. This is defined as when there is just too much to handle. You feel heavy with stress. It is a strong emotional word.
Next word is cafeteria.
Cafeteria. This is the place where you eat at school or at work. It is like a big, open restaurant for students or employees. It is usually very casual.
And the final vocabulary word today is exhausted.
Exhausted. This is a very strong word. It is defined as meaning very, very tired.
Not just a little sleepy. Very tired. If you run a marathon, you are exhausted. If you study for 10 hours straight, you are exhausted.
Exactly right. Now, listeners, that was a lot of vocabulary we just reviewed.
Yes, it was a lot. We want to give you some learning advice before we finish.
You do not need to memorize everything immediately. Please do not stress about remembering every word. Learning a language takes time and patience.
Our goal for you is very simple. Just pick 1 or 2 words from this list.
Just 1 or 2. And try to use them in your own life this week.
If you use the word exhausted 1 time this week, that is a success.
Yeah.
If you tell a friend, I feel overwhelmed today, that is a success.
Exactly. Use the words to describe your real, everyday life.
We're almost at the end of the deep dive today, but we have an outro.
We have one final question for you, the listener, a provocative thought for you to take with you.
We want you to answer this in the comments section, or you can just think about it quietly to yourself.
The question is, what is one thing you usually do in the afternoon?
We gave you the example of feeling sleepy. We talked about the slump. But what do you do? Do you drink tea? Do you go for a short walk? Do you have a meeting?
Here is the sentence structure to help you.
Mm-hmm.
In the afternoon, I usually,
For example, in the afternoon I usually have a meeting.
or in the afternoon, I usually study.
Or, in the afternoon I usually feel sleepy.
Please share your answers with us. We really want to know your daily routine.
Before we go, we want to give you some closing encouragement.
Learning English is a long journey. It is a long road with many steps.
It is not a race. You do not have to be fast. You do not have to be perfect today or tomorrow.
It is a daily walk, step by step, just like my morning commute, just like the Pomodoro technique we talked about.
Exactly. Every single deep dive you listen to is one step forward. You are improving your English just by listening to us right now.
So please be proud of yourself for listening today. You did something really good for your brain.
I am Erin.
And I am Evan.
You have been listening to LinguaWave English.
Take care, keep practicing, and we will talk to you in the next deep dive. Bye for now.